Hey everybody, welcome back to the EQN Sports Desk. I am Drew Stew, and all of this is driven by Holiday Auto Group. This is very special, and I'm very, very excited. We've been sitting up here, we've been talking to a lot of the guys and gals in the cow horse. Just got done with Paul Bailey here a minute ago, but it is time to talk about a little bit of art.
Perfect.
We've got the artist in the house, Shannon Lawler. Welcome to the Sports Desk.
Thank you, Drew. I'm happy to be here. It's my honor.
I tell you what, I swung by and looked at some of your stuff the other day when I was walking through, knowing that we were going to do this interview, and then we were just looking at some of your artwork here a minute ago. I tell you what, the what you do is so special.
Thank you.
It's very, very special, and I would like to just start at the beginning. Tell me about your whole story of being an artist. Where did that all begin?
Well, that whole story began probably before I can remember. To be honest, I have my mom, bless her heart, saved a bunch of my childhood drawings.
Oh, really?
You know, little girls that are in love with horses. And so I do have a painting in my office of, and I don't remember doing it, but you know, when you're in preschool or kindergarten,
Sure.
The finger painting with the sun with the long arm and short arm and the long arm, and so it's a painting that's blue. All there is one of those suns in the top corner and a version of a horse in the bottom in a finger.
A version of a horse. I love that.
Oh my gosh! So I've been painting literally since before I can remember.
That is
not so much painting, but drawing as a kid was an immense part of my childhood.
So as growing up, were you into music and all of that? Like as you got older, like how did that all develop?
Yes. So I have three older sisters, and two of them drew, and I just wanted to be like them.
Okay.
And they were cool and listened to cool music. So music was a big part of my childhood, which is an interesting question because I don't think about that much. But anyhow, the drawing was always there because I wanted to emulate them.
Really?
And at one point, when they moved away and went to college and university and got jobs, the drawing stopped. And I was still pretty little. And I don't know what it did to me. And I still remember telling myself when I was very little that I was never going to quit drawing.
Really?
Yes.
So it consciously hit you.
It did.
It was a conscious thing.
Yes. So I just played with my art and, you know, did all that kind of stuff and again, I went out and made a living in the horse industry after I graduated high school. And that was always a sideline of some joy that I had was just to draw the things that I loved.
Yeah. And you are from Alberta, Canada?
I am, yes.
Awesome. I'm a Montana boy myself.
Oh, you are. We're
so
neighbors.
We are
Sure.
neighbors. We are
Perfect.
neighbors for sure. So talk about the horse side of things. And was the family always in the horses? How did that all develop?
Yeah, my mother, again, we lived in a very small town. I grew up in Manitoba and later moved to Alberta. But this little town we lived in, my mom always we had a barn on the outskirts of town with Welsh ponies and horses and all cats and dogs and all good things.
Yeah.
So it was my lifeline.
Gotcha.
And it definitely shaped my childhood. I don't remember doing those drawings when I was little, and I mean, I've been riding since I was in diapers.
Yeah, so horses have just always been a part of your life,
Absolutely.
like just a part of it.
Yes.
When did you get into the cow horse?
Well, I guess when I went out and made my way in the equine and western, or the agriculture industry, I should say, I became a little bit obsessed with. I really wanted to know why horses did what they did and what made them operate. And I got into some of I found the vaquero lifestyle very intriguing. And of course I like shiny things. So there's all the gear and the Rommel reins and the silver and the bits and all the good things. So I made
sexiness part of this.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've always had an affinity for this cow horse lifestyle. I have just refined it over the years and have ended up here with all you good folks.
Oh man, it is so cool that whole side of it. Out of all of the disciplines, this one, the artistry of it, going back to that vaquero, there is so much. You know, when you go, I'm fortunate, I get to go to California quite a bit, and to go in and see those bit and spur collections
Yes.
that are all, it's all this.
Yes,
It's all from
it
this.
is.
Or
Yes.
this is all from that, I guess.
It is.
But that is, the artistry in
Oh, yes.
all the way around is so special and so
Yes.
unique.
It is, and it's such a deeply rich and historical culture.
Yeah.
You know, it goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. If you peel back all the layers,
Yeah.
there's no end to the history and how this cow horse community today is preserving that
Yeah.
in a very fine way.
Well, just you saying that, now let's sit down in front of a canvas. What is it like? When you go in and you commission these paintings or you do these paintings, talk about you and your mindset like that. And as not near as good an artist as you are, but I've lived my life in the artist deal too. It's different,
Right.
and you get in that zone. What's it like when you sit down and paint?
Well, I'm really quite good at procrastinating. If I am,
Thank goodness we're all the same.
yeah, I am really.
We
am.
are all
Oh
the-
no, there's a humanity side to
There
this.
is.
It's not just I don't namaste and get into that inspirational
Yeah.
zone. There's a lot of procrastinating, and
But when it hits you, doesn't it?
well, no, I here's what I have figured out. I work well under pressure.
Right.
So if there's no pressure, I create it, and then I get into this painting, whether it's inspired by a commission painting of a horse or something that I want to paint myself. And I think I spoke about it earlier, where I dedicate myself to each painting. I don't work on, and that's the beauty of the medium that I use, acrylic, which lends itself to it's an expedited process. It dries fast, and I stay tuned to each painting and give it my all until it's finished, and then I will move on to another. So I feel like I just have always painted that way, but I feel like I want to be present and think about the horse that I'm painting or this whatever the subject is, and not have the distraction of, oh, is that other one over in the corner ready for me to work on, or do you know what I mean? So,
I totally know what you mean.
and I do try to keep my schedule clean when I'm at home painting, so I have enough days dedicated. And if it's a large piece, it might take 2 or 3 weeks, and I try to have enough days dedicated to stay tuned to that painting from beginning to end.
And when you say stay tuned, I bet there's a lot of people that don't understand that creative process.
Yeah.
It might be 3 a.m. and you've never stopped.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not of that ilk anymore, but I used to.
I bet.
When I was trying to earn my place in the art world and figuring out what I wanted to do, and I was doing the starving artist thing. There's no question about it. I used to paint until 1 or 2 a.m. just to, produce. And I was very invested in it then in a different way. And now it's turned into more of, you actually have to sleep to run a business and be functional, and you have to have office time and all that.
To be a successful art in
Right.
the art business.
Yes.
In the art business, for sure.
Yes.
So take me back to when did it all click for you? When was it real that I'm going to be an artist?
Oh,
I mean, like the professional.
Yes. I can answer that very simply. It's when I got burnt out riding horses.
There it is, huh?
It's the truth.
Really?
Yes, I did. At 20 years ago, actually, I've been painting full time for 20 years.
Okay.
And it was 20 years ago. I just was having them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Living in the round pen and starting colts, and I started to go to the chiropractor and feel it, and I was like, I don't want to feel like this anymore, and a thread of me started to resent the horses, and I knew it wasn't their fault.
Oh boy!
And I knew I needed to step away.
Good for you.
I really did, because I did not want to feel that way. They are everything in my life, through the art and the hands-on horsemanship that I developed. But I burnt out.
I bet there's a lot of people that will hear what you just said that have lived through that. I mean, so many of our friends that are trainers or what, that's a real thing.
Absolutely.
That is a real thing. Good for you for realizing it and not letting, this is a passion.
100%.
This is a passion,
Yes.
and even when we work in it, even though we're here to Sports Desk, we work in this every single
we
day.
do.
We never leave the job.
No.
We never leave the job.
We're invested in the community and the industry in one way or another.
Absolutely.
You know, and there are a lot of overlaps, and that's kind of my history and my love of the horse that led me to well, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
And that was my business plan. I was like, well, I can paint a little bit. Maybe I'll do that.
Right.
Yes.
Atta girl.
Well, Oprah didn't have a business plan when she started
right,
either. So
right. There
I'm
you
like,
go.
oh, if it's good enough for her, it's good enough for me.
Oh, I'd imagine. I love. So you said you'd kind of worked as a vet tech and done all kinds of things in the horse industry.
I did, yes,
And-
yes, and I'm quite proud of the arsenal of experiences
Sure.
that I had, and now I understand that was all that hands-on experience and knowledge that I gathered, and the love of the vaquero lifestyle and the gear, and I mean, I love hunter jumpers and dressage horses and any horse that can do anything really well, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful and it's
Yeah.
well executed. It's
Your
I
appreciation
do.
is so high.
It's very broad, but I do realize now that was my foundation for what I'm doing now. That goes into the paintings. You know, getting a horse to look right, or I can
was
go
just gonna
through.
say, yeah.
I can go through 400 or 500 photos that I've taken at a photo shoot, and I know which ones, where the footfall pattern is. It's whether it's right or wrong, or if the horse doesn't look quite right. I think that was my education that goes into my paintings now.
That lends very well to, I don't know how else to say this, but in our industry as horse people, we're very fickle to those little things.
Yes. Yeah.
We really are, because
yeah.
we know, doing what I do, I work with agencies all the
Okay.
time when it comes to photography and graphic design and all of that, and they'll reverse images all the time.
Oh. Yeah.
Just
Yes.
because it fits better on a page.
Yes. But then the buckle's backwards
The
or something.
buckle's backwards.
Yeah.
Or the guy's roping left-handed.
Yeah.
Or whatever it
I know it.
is.
Yes.
And they're like, it's fine.
No, it's
if
not.
you want to look like an idiot. It's like
Yes.
wearing your cowboy hat backwards. Like,
Yes.
100%.
100%.
All of those little things. So
Yeah.
that looking at your artwork, you can see that.
Right.
You can see that. And,
Yes. Thank you.
anybody that's ever picked up a pencil and put it to paper and tried to draw a person or a horse,
My goodness. Yes.
go try.
Yeah.
And we've all seen them a million times, but
100%.
try to draw a horse with perfect conformation.
Yes. Yeah, that's again, it's a hands-on detail that
Yeah.
I know if they look right in person or on paper
Yeah.
or in a photograph, and I'm not bragging, it's just from all that experience. And
But then that you can transfer it to these paintings, and we're going to look at some here.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable to
wow,
me.
thank you.
That's very, very. I
Thank
mean,
you.
we're all on this planet to do certain things, and yours is definitely to put the horse on canvas. That is
Thank
for
you.
sure.
That's very kind. Thanks.
Should we look at some of your
Let's do
artwork
it.
real quick
You
and
bet,
talk about
Drew.
it?
Okay,
All right, let's
sure.
do it. This one.
That's Soul Collector is the title of this painting.
Yes.
So, did you want me to tell you a little bit?
Yeah,
about it?
I'm absolutely.
Very excited. Of course, I sponsor the NRCHA through my artwork, and this year's painting that I donated is this piece that you're looking at, and I wanted to do a thought-provoking representation of the cow horse, and I believe I got my reference photo from my friend Carolyn Samankik, and I cropped the image, and I didn't want it to be anyone's horse in particular.
Sure.
But I wanted it to be a piece that resonated with cow horse people that go down the fence or dream about going down the fence or watch their friends and family go down the fence. So I just feel like that horse is one step away from collecting that calf's soul, if you will, going down the fence
absolutely.
and making that idyllic turn that everyone strives for.
Absolutely. This right here, I love when we were looking at it before you came up here, and absolutely when they said, yeah, that's called Soul Collector. Anybody that's ever, even this for a cutter.
Correct. Yes, I agree.
That's turning a cow.
Yes.
Anybody that's ever turned a cow, period.
Yes.
This, you know what this
Yes,
is.
yeah,
you
absolutely.
know when in the run this is.
You bet it. Yeah.
And it's very, very cool.
Thank you.
I love that it's just. This is going to sound cheesy or whatever, but it's beautiful in its simplicity because there's a lot going on right here.
100%.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, you actually just took the words right out of my mouth because it is a very rendered down piece, if you will.
Yeah.
But the more you look at it, the more you understand what's about to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what's leading up.
Yes.
You know what's a few frames before.
Yes.
And you know what's fixing to happen.
100%. Yeah.
That's
so
very, very cool.
hopefully it resonates with the rest of the world that way in our community.
Oh, I think I don't think anybody in this community or anybody that's ever even worked a cow is going to look at that and go, well, it's a horse's nose and a cow's nose.
Right.
Nobody's going to say that.
Yes.
That's very. I love that. Good for you.
Thanks, Drew.
That's
I appreciate
awesome.
that.
That's awesome.
Yes.
All right, what do we got next? I think right here.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the next frame.
Well, this is. It kind of continues the story. This is a different horse and a different run and a different time, but that's essentially what it can look like. You know,
Yeah.
when you collect his soul and he can feel it. I mean, that poor calf's got his eyes closed and
Yeah.
he is not getting past Sarah Dawson and Vince Vaughn in this painting.
Oh man. Oh
And
man, I love these.
Yeah,
I love these.
the one and only metallic cat.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows who this fellow is.
I mean, you. It almost looks like a photo, you know. I mean, how long did it take you to be able to capture a horse like this?
Well, my answer to that is a broad one, and I
Sure.
answer it now as it took me my whole life.
Yeah,
To-
that's a
to get-
total loaded question for sure.
It is because they're all different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Some are more complicated than others. Like
Yeah.
the Vince Vaughn piece was a very intense, very detailed, lot going on.
Yeah,
And it may be the same size as this, let's say, but it would have taken quite a bit longer just
longer.
because of the level of involvement,
sure.
right? So,
sure.
no, it all varies. So,
Yeah.
And then this is a piece I did. Mary Williams Hyde was she took the reference photo of this horse many, many years ago.
Okay.
And I did this painting just because. I didn't do it because I knew somebody would like it. I painted this horse because I liked him, and I felt like he was so, oh, bless his heart, he was so ugly he needed to be painted.
Oh, he had his ears froze off.
Yes.
He had his ears froze off.
He did.
He's a cowboy horse right here.
Absolutely. And you know what Montana winters are like.
I know this horse.
Oh, you do?
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Sure, from home,
from
like
home,
the
yeah.
relatability.
Absolutely.
Well, he was born in Montana.
Oh, he
and,
was?
And he absolutely was born in a snowstorm, and
Yeah.
he did freeze his ears off,
Yeah.
and yet he didn't get along with quite a few cowboys from what I learned about his history.
Yeah.
And then he found this young man in Montana that bought him, and he was the one kid that got along with this horse.
Yeah.
I think they called him Stubby.
Old Stubbs. Yeah.
Old Stubbs. And I sometimes look for clever titles for my paintings.
Sure.
And I remember waking up in the morning and I had one more day, at least a day of painting left on this guy. And I'm like, he needs a name that doesn't match, that's classy and different, because I like sometimes things that don't match actually work real well.
Yes.
And I don't know if you've heard of he was one of the first equine portrait artists in the 1700s, George Stubbs, in England, painted Whistlejacket, who is in the museum in England. And it was the first known actual portrait of a horse without a rider, without any emperor on his back or anyone of any royalty. And so I called that painting, I titled it George Stubbs.
George
Stubbs.
That's
Yes,
cool.
yeah.
That is very.
So he's one of my favorites for sure.
That's a great one. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the kind of painting right there. Like, we're building a house right now, and that right there is something that you hang.
It's just raw and real.
It's just awesome.
Yes. And you know what? I saw other photos of him that I was considering, and I really examined the headstall on that horse, and it is very wide, and you can tell on the far side of the horse, it's made out of an old Latigo.
Yeah.
The head stall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's the Cowboy's head stall.
He just grabbed a Latigo, he put a slit in it for
did.
the year, and that's how he made that.
Exactly
Absolutely.
what he did.
Yeah.
That's why it's so wide.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. Anyhow, yeah.
But see, that's what's so beautiful about what you do is to know that and understand that
Sure.
backstory, and then be able to put it on canvas.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
telling you. You got a fan up here, sister.
Thank
big
you.
time.
Thanks,
It's
Drew.
very, very cool. I love this.
that's
So
awesome.
So you talked about let's talk Turkey a little bit about the foundation. This is your way to give back.
Yes.
This is your way. That we talked about the foundation here a couple episodes ago, and this is your way to give back. Talk about the importance of that for you.
Well, it is important, and I'm at a point in my career where I can do that now, and I've aligned myself with the NRCHA, and the way I give back is to donate a painting every year. The youth kids, the youth of this community is what matters, and the foundation decides where the funds will go. Quite often it goes towards youth programs and scholarships, and we actually sold tickets on a painting a few years ago, and the kids, all the youth part of the association, you know, they were great at it, and they sold. How do you say no to a child, right?
Yeah, right.
With selling a ticket on something. So they did well with that, and they got all the proceeds to, you know, help carry them forward, because they're our future, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have to pass that baton at some point.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for doing that. It means a whole
Absolutely.
lot. I want to talk a little bit about some other things that you've done here recently, like with the American Performance Horseman.
Yes.
That was a lot of work.
Yes, it was.
So talk about that whole. I don't think we have any images of that, but that was something.
Yes, I was really. I'm still honored that I was asked to do essentially, I did 15 paintings for the American Performance Horseman this year of the top competitors from 2024.
From last year.
Correct. And so there were 15 original paintings that I did this year, and then I doubled the images and put them into a poster and created that as well, which was the commemorative poster for the American Performance Horseman. And then we actually, Western Bloodstock, thank you, they auctioned off the paintings online, and all the proceeds of the work went to the War Horses for Veterans.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah, it was just it was a wonderful experience, and especially to give back in such a way to help improve other people's lives.
Yeah,
you
the men
know,
and women that need it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
it was
for you.
great.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Is there any? Do you have a favorite?
Somebody asked me that the other day.
Like,
yeah.
is an art, because you might have a favorite that means something in this one, but is there one that stands out or that's more important? It's hard to even ask that.
No, it's a good question, and I had to answer it the other day. And to be honest, it's like George Stubbs, for example. I mean, he's so different, but I was so excited about that painting, and when Mary said yes, go ahead, paint it, use the photo. Quite often, the piece that I'm working on is my favorite painting at the time.
Sure.
And then there are ones, like not every painting is a hit with the public. It's like a song album, you know. Not every song on the album is a hit.
It's
song.
not the one that you love that hits.
Correct.
And that as an artist, we all know, you work tirelessly to create something, and
Yes.
it's great.
Yeah.
And they like the one that you spent 20 minutes
Absolutely.
on, and you're like, what?
That is absolutely the truth.
It is the truth.
Yes, and I've had to let go of being crestfallen when something isn't received
isn't
well.
it crushing? You're just
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah. So no, I do. You know, when I get excited about a piece, and I'm into it, it's quite often this is my favorite piece,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that I feel that way.
Sure.
But then I already get excited about what's coming down the pike. So
Yeah.
it's a fun way to have, you know, to be able to embrace each one. But I don't have one in particular. There's a few of those hit songs, if you will, that resonate with me more. But it's not fair to the rest of them to.
Absolutely, absolutely, it's not. Well, like you say, when you get in the zone on that one painting, you're all in.
Yes, I am.
You're all in on it, and like that, that's
it's fun.
man.
So
Good for you.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
It's great. And like I said a minute ago, it's the best part. I didn't say this a minute ago, but the best part about what I do, and I'm just offering this up, is the relationships with people that I've made over the years through my art. But it's the horses that connect us all, like you said a bit ago, and in different ways, whether it's through the veterinarian or your farrier or the artist or your turnback guys or your family help, the barn help, all that. The horses really bring us all together. But the community of people it's just such a perk.
Pretty special group, isn't it?
It really is. Yes,
pretty
there's
special.
No question.
The whole horse community. That's the deal. We've been kicking around doing some shows, and I was talking to some guys on our team about some shows I'd like to do, and I guess my art now is kind of this kind of stuff.
Yes.
The art of conversation or whatever you want to call it, but I want to start a deal called the industry, and it's not the industry like the cow horse industry. It's a fighter pilot in California, or it's a guy that owns a Fortune 500 company in New York, or whatever. But the one thing that ties us all together is the horse.
There you go. That's brilliant.
And these animals are special.
Yes, they really are.
Yeah.
No, and then the overlap of people that you meet because of them. That's a very clever idea you've got there. And
I was just thinking. I was thinking about it one day here about 6 months ago. All the people that we get to meet, and it's all because of the horse. If you take the horse out,
yes, we would never. We wouldn't be sitting here right now.
No, we wouldn't. No. We absolutely would. I look at all of my biggest connections, and it, like I said, and then they're far-reaching connections.
Yes.
That the guy in New York that I sold a head horse to, that is a Fortune 500 guy, and BJ Avila was training horses for him. Like, who. That would have never come about.
Absolutely not.
No.
Oh, it's fascinating.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yes.
It's very cool. Well,
We're
Shannon,
lucky.
We are lucky.
We're
very dang lucky.
Yes.
We're lucky. Well, Shannon, thank you so much. And what are you working on now? What's next?
What am I working on now?
Yeah, do you got one? You got something coming down the pike?
I probably have 6 to 8 months work of commission work lined up.
Boy.
So when I go back to Canada and the snow starts flying, I'm pretty happy to
That's why you have to stay in Canada, because we can keep you hemmed up for about 4 or 5 months, right?
That's right. And I'm productive that way. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're in Phoenix, it's not going to be as good. You're going to want to ride too much.
No, there you go. I agree.
Well,
yes,
well, that's awesome.
No, this show has been fantastic, and seeing all my friends and extended family again. And thank you for having me here, Drew.
Well, thank you. It's my honor and my pleasure.
Perfect.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Well, everybody, this is. Do you have a booth? And where can people go and see you?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they got to come see you.
So all my artwork is set up in the Brown Lupton Hall, right outside the show office, and on the south side of the show office. Actually, there's quite a few original paintings and some reproductions in there. Painting I just put up yesterday that has never been revealed before, so that's something new and exciting.
Gotta go see it.
Someone in the industry. And I think the other important thing is we should maybe say was about the painting being auctioned off for the foundation during the bloodstock sale.
Yeah.
Which is October 18th during the yearling sale.
That's when they'll sell that.
Correct. Yeah. Yes, the painting that we saw earlier. So, which will be all the proceeds will go to the NCHA or NRCHA Foundation.
Cool.
Yes.
Very good.
Good.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, everybody, swing by the booth and go say hi and check out her great artwork. And this is our family right here. This is all. It's about taking her talents and giving back to the youth and the foundation, and just being a great artist, friend of the sport.
Thank you, Drew.
I
feel the same way. Thanks so much.
Absolutely, everybody. Well, stick around. We've got a whole lot more coming to you from the NRCHA Snaffle Bit Futurity, all brought to you by Metallic Cat, here from the EQN Sports Desk, driven by Holiday Auto Group. We'll catch everybody in a little bit.